Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the Sikh Channel Business Show. Today we have business coach and mentor Mr. Sam Dossa with us. Mr. Dossa,
Waheguru Ji
welcome to the
Khalsa,
show.
Waheguru Ji Fateh. Thank you very much for inviting me.
How are you today,
I'm
Mr.
doing
Dossa?
great. Thank you very much.
Let's begin this conversation by knowing about the journey that you have been through. Where did it all begin?
Well, quite an interesting question. I was born in Pakistan, Karachi, and my journey begins in the UK in 1996. I joined my first wife here. So it was quite a cultural shock to me coming from Pakistan to UK, even though I was working in international companies over there, running my own business over there. But coming to a completely new culture, it was a quite a significant change. And adapting to a new culture was a big dilemma. But as you can see, and you can go through with all the challenges in life, and you learn from those challenges, and you become something what you want to become. Yeah. And that's what the journey started. And I will say, Waheguru Ji Fateh has been very good for me, and I've been in my business element where I am right now. So it was very good. And it's given me an opportunity to enhance my skills as well as all those people who are coming to me towards their journey in regards to a business, in regards to their personal development, in regards to their personal life. I help them, and I'm being very humble about that.
Mr. Dossa, is there any particular period in your journey that excites you the most, which has become a lifetime memory for you, which has taught you the lessons of life in the most significant way?
Well, you know, we all go through with very challenging situations, but the journeys which actually create a dynamic impact on your life is whether the born of your child, or which allows you to see that as a new beginning, which allows you to think completely different. So my first daughter was born in 2000, which was a millennium time, and she's going to be 18 this 20th of this month. So I'm very blessed. And I'm a very blessed father of 3 daughters as well, and it's allowed me to be like, say, okay, these were the best memories in my life, and that's actually created a good impact in my journey as well, who I am right now because of their presence in my life, because they are Lakshmis in my life, and they help me to grow and further, and their determination along with me is very good, that they always push me and says, go towards your dream. Work towards your dream. That's what you are about, and achieve that dream. And that is, again, what I say is bringing those things in your life allows you to see what exactly future lies for you and what is your purpose. And my purpose, I found out in my journey, is to serve others with open heart, with love, unconditionally, and support them with my experience and my journey.
That's brilliant. Tell us more about your background, your education, and how did you start out in this direction, the school that you went to, and your parents, how did they motivate you?
Well, as I said, I was brought up in Pakistan, and I went to Aga Khan school over there. I'm from the community which is, we call it Ismailis, and we integrate with a lot of communities, and we have a very big part. Aga Khan is a spiritual leader, and we integrate in so many places over here in the UK, but in subcontinent we have so many integration over there. I'm part of that small, big community, I will say, and we always learn. What we learn is to serve others since the beginning. When I was 8 years old, I was always serving in the community, supporting them, and helping not only young people, but also elderly people to help them what they want. What my father and mother has taught us is, you know, you have your life in your hand. We are there to guide you, but the decision you have to make what you want to become. They never actually put me down to be a doctor and engineer. It says, okay, what you want to do, you have to live your life. We do not want to make a decision for you. You make a decision for yourself. And it allows us to think outside the box, have a freedom to think what exactly I want to do. I started a business in Pakistan as a computer technician, and we open usually we open a shop over there and just start selling goods and all sorts of things, and it flourished a lot, and we made a very good income over there. I'm one of 5 brothers. I'm number 3, and we started on that journey, and I'm the only one in the UK at the moment, and my rest of the brothers lives in Pakistan, and that allows me to bring myself ethically in this world, and I'm also teaching the same thing to my children as well, to be ethical, to be behaving in a manner to respect others, and that's the key to be the beautiful or a natural human being.
Looking back at this tremendous journey, what have been the highlights of your success, Mr. Dossa?
The highlights, actually, I would say to that whenever there was an achievement, I always being in gratitude that I have been given this opportunity to be present,
Right.
and given this opportunity to be serving others. And those journeys has quite a significant impact on me, and I become a lifelong learner to learn new skills, learn new things. There is not a single time I would say to myself that I did not learn anything. I made a lot of mistakes. Well, we learn from our mistakes. Failure is a new buzzword for me. If I fail, I learn something. Sometimes we have to learn from somebody else's mistake as well. But whatever mistake you are doing, you are learning. So don't be afraid to be failing in your journey. That's where you learn a lot, because you're not going to make the same mistake again. And it allows me to excel to next level, going towards what I wanted to achieve, and have this tenacity in myself and this courage and this confidence in myself to stand and to speak about the truth and the journey I've gone through, whether it was successful, it was a failure, talk about the truth. That's
What a brilliant way to look at life, Mr.
Yes.
Dossa.
Yes.
And were there any difficult situations that you faced, and how did you decide to deal with them?
There were 2 quite big area during my journey happened. It was because my dad passed away when my daughter was only 2 months old in 2000. But this is the area I think I need you to be very aware of this. You need to put this into to put this as an interviewers as well, that this is quite the story which I'm going to be sharing is very personal story.
Sure.
And my mom actually did a suicide. Yeah. And that was actually a very big impact on our whole family. We were not anticipating that is going to happen. And the time she did a suicide, after 2 weeks, my twins were born as well. So that has a very big vacuum, and it affected a lot of people, especially myself, my brothers, and the whole family. And what was her journey? Whether we were aware of it, what was going on in her head, not aware of it, because we thought it is a normal, a natural thing. And as an Asian community or Asian people, we intend to just think that is normal. We do not talk about those sort of things. It's like a stigma attached to it. And that what actually affected me. And I became a counselor. I went for a counseling. I went through with my own journey to learn about those things. And I actually gone through with my own self-discovery, healing myself, going through with this whole set of emotions and everything, bringing 3 children in this society as well. And what my mom did actually was quite a big thing back in Pakistan. But over here is also a very big thing. But not everybody talk about it. But that actually also giving me the encouragement to think that, okay, we have sets of things happens in our life, but we do not have to just stagnate ourselves. Yeah. We have to move on with our life, because our life has been given as a journey, as a purpose. So how you take it is your choice. Nobody is going to make a choice for you. And the plans are decided by you. You have to decide your own plans. You are not going to follow somebody else's plan. Because if God has created you, there is always a purpose for that. So you need to find your purpose and move with the life.
Such positivity you're gifted with, Mr. Dossa.
Thank you.
And may I ask, throughout these difficult times that you faced, who are the significant people who supported you in your life, and why do you think today they are the most important people in your life?
You know, one thing, a lot of people says that I worked on myself, because happiness comes from within. So we all go through with our hardship. Faith gives you the strong substance to live with. And I would say people who I connected with, like my close friends, my children, and people who are positive. I learned one thing: if you want to live your life going forward, find a circle of positive people who will encourage you, because they are the people who will take you to the next level.
Definitely.
And that's where I found myself, and those are the things helped me to become what I become right now, to help others as well. Yeah, is a what I call a ripple effect I create. If I was being helped, if I have been helped, then I will be able to help others. So that's
Very
what
well
becomes.
said. Very well
Thank
said,
you.
Mr. Dossa. How did you develop the skill of speaking so engagingly?
Good question. I was not like that before. I was like what I call it, when somebody used to give me a mic, I used to mumble. I used to mumble. And half of the people will tell me, I said, so what exactly you're telling me? I can't hear you. It's a practice. It's the practice of knowing who you are. It's the practice of finding yourself, because it comes from your heart. You are not thinking right now. So I'm not thinking right now. It's just coming. What I'm saying to you is just coming from my heart, what I'm saying to you. I stand and I say from my heart, and it just comes out automatically too now, because it practices. You have to believe in yourself. Is very important.
And do you recommend any practices for dealing with nervousness to young and upcoming entrepreneurs when dealing with business matters?
Well, young people, when you touch the young people, it connects to a charity which I used to run, called Empowering Youth. And the aim of that charity was to encourage people to go to the next level. And because now that charity is run by my previous partner in London, and the aim and objectives are the same. We help the young people to come out from that sort of a mindset where they find it very nervous, where they find it very difficult to achieve their good results in their schools, in their subjects and everything. The method what we use was art, coaching, counseling. We go to the school and we help those students who are being categorized as excluded from the class because they are their span of attention is very low. So we help those students, to achieve best results. How do we achieve it? We give them some art lessons to calm them down. We give them some counseling. We give them one-to-one coaching. We help them to see their life as what they want to become. Because what they want is somebody to listen to them. Somebody to listen to them. And that allows me to teach them the skills, the life skills, the skills to how to understand themselves so they will be able to understand others. So with the business, people who have this sort of a feeling of not finding the solution, they have to engage with the right people. As a business coach and a mentor, what I say first thing is to talk to somebody. If you don't connect, if you don't interact, we all go through with because as a single solopreneur myself, and if I will think myself as the only person who is working for myself, Sometimes it's difficult to make decisions.
Yeah.
That's why I engage with a lot of other mentors. I have a mentors myself as well, who mentor me to find my solutions. So I would recommend to have a mentor or a coach to help you to identify what exactly the core which is affecting you. Because when you are single-handed entrepreneur, you have to make a lot of decisions, and one single wrong decision makes you lose your business. So it's better to have a mentor or a coach who can listen to you. Might he not have the answer, but he might direct you to the right person to get the answer.
Tremendous.
Thank you.
Today we have many female employees working in companies, but female business leaders are scarce in many organizations and in many industries. What do you think they can do to step up their game and come out as winners?
You know, when you talk about women empowerment or women in business, it's all about they have to believe in themselves. I have seen a lot of women entrepreneurs who are very strong. As you said, that there are people who are not being given that opportunity to be strong because it's the culture we brought up in.
Yeah.
You know, the way we are brought up in. We look at it as a second-class citizen. But when you look at as a woman, you know, what I see, because I'm a father of 3 girls, and I look at them, the leaders for tomorrow. Because as a woman can do a lot of things, yeah? Lot of things. It's all about how you believe in them and how you want them to make the decisions for you. It's all about giving them the right tools, giving them the right information, knowledge. And if you will give them a full belief and trust, they will make it happen. And that's what I've learned, and that's what I teach to my mentees as well. You have all the capacity in you. You just have to let it be. Let be free. Let start working on yourself. You know, I learned from a mentor, it's called Jim Rohn. And what he says is, the more you work on yourself, you will create a better life for yourself. That's the key. The more you know yourself and work on yourself, you will make a better result for your life.
Yeah.
That's the inner happiness.
Yeah, brilliant. And if you talk about working office spaces, what do you think is an ideal working environment today in industries, in companies? What do you think should be a working environment scenario, but it isn't maybe?
But right now, as you talk about environment within the company, as I said, my background was IT. I did work in the UK for 20 years before I became a coach and a mentor. So I have worked in a big multinational companies. Yeah, the scenario is completely different over there as well. Everybody thinks that they know better than what you know. But one thing I will say over here is the people who have employees, do they think their employees are just a number or they are an ambassador for you? If they are just a number, they are not going to put 100% in your business.
Yeah.
If they are an ambassador for you, they will do their utmost. They will come early, they will go late because they love what they do. They enjoy what they hear. They enjoy what their directors and CEO are talking about. You know, they are so engrossed in that, and they don't think that going home is going to be very crucial. They'll say, "Oh, we'll work extra hour," because we are ambassador. Wherever they are going into a networking, they talk so professionally about their business, about their company, that they think that you are actually the owner of that company. You're talking so highly about the company. So I would say, you know, environment-wise, make sure that your employees are ambassador for your company. So they will do diligently, they work hard, they work honestly, they work authentically, they work unconditionally. And they will find that the work is not work, is actually, I love what I do.
Right.
And what are your values? Are the values what you build your business upon are connected with your employees' values, or your employees' values are connected with your company's values? that is also very crucial. So I will say creating an environment of harmony, creating an environment of support, creating an environment of so much so that your employees feel that they are actually part of the business. They are not actually working there. They are actually running the business because they are being ambassador of your company.
Mr. Dossa, you just said that you have a 20 years work experience in a multinational company and now you're a mentor. How has the working environment, the ethics, everything changed today from what it was back in the time when you joined?
It changed significantly. When I joined, the culture was different. And as we are on information highway, the culture has completely shifted. Before we used to sit down and have a cup of coffee and have a meal or something like that. Now everything is on the go. You know, we do not take time out to spend time with our colleagues or our siblings or something like that. And then the environment has completely shifted. You know, when we used to sit in the meeting, we talk about, but right now the meetings are just a time pass. There is no proper engagement in that. We are not ready what exactly needs to be done. A lot of people does not understand the emotions, because emotions are very important. I highly talk about emotional intelligence. Is our businesses or our companies are emotionally intelligent? Am I emotionally intelligent myself? I'm learning. Do you know that the self-awareness is very important when you are emotionally intelligent? If you are emotionally intelligent in your company as a leader, you will know your rest of your team emotions, and you know who is the right person to work with at the right time, so you know that the person will deliver the project on time with less efficiency, less effort and less budget to be used on that, and the delivery of that project will be highly successful. So learning emotional intelligence within business capacity or within individual is very important, and is highly recommended that you should work with those specialists who understand the emotion in business and personal life.
Everything is changing so fast today.
Yeah, absolutely.
21st century is the ever-changing time. Everything is changing at an increasing pace. How do you deal with change, Mr. Dossa?
Wow, change. Good story, good question. The story goes like this. 96, I came from Pakistan. That was the biggest change in my life.
Yeah.
The journey has begun, the change began. Used to live in one city to move to next city. Change happens. How do you adapt to change?
Yeah.
For me, change is like what I call it is a supercharged thing for me. When the change happens in my life, I take it as a blessing, because I adjust with the new area very quickly. I find it very easy to accommodate myself on that. So I used to live in South London, then moved to West London, then again went to South London, and went to West London, and then North London, and now I'm in Birmingham. So changes happen. Well, coming from Pakistan, then moving to so many areas, it's quite a dynamic change for me.
Yeah.
And I always look at this as an opportunity, meeting new people, connecting with new people, and finding myself adapting to new areas, new things, coming in, meeting with a lot of new people, and engaging with them is become like a norm to me. And change for me is very important. If I will be stagnated in one place, I might not be happy. So finding a change and adapting with the change is also a skill one has to learn. You know, when people says, well, my job is going to, my head office is going to move to somewhere else, is not convenient to me. What is affecting you? Talk about it openly to your partner, to your person who are around you. You know, says, okay, this is going to affect me this way. Okay, let's find a solution. So always look for what is going to happen. Start living in the moment. Because we think that, okay, what my future lies, nobody knows. What lies right now is the moment where you are in, what you are doing in this moment, and that will give you a stepping stone for your future.
It is very important to stay motivated yourself, Mr. Dossa, to be able to guide others.
Yes.
Do you have any favorite book or a piece of writing that inspires you?
So book which I will recommend is Think, Grow and Rich.
Mm-hmm.
So go for that book, which is written by Napoleon Hill.
Right.
It's give you, if you are a business owner, or if you are going to be thinking about running a business, if you are in a thought process where you think, okay, I want something different, you know, that book contains so many things. If you read each chapter, it will give you an insight about what you want to achieve in life. Because that is a very concise book, contains so much so that one person will start reading and identifying the gems in that, will be able to cultivate our entire business, entire life and everything. And when you read each chapter, it actually gives you that word, but you have to be ready to receive that word. That's the challenge. So I will highly recommend that book.
Very interesting, Mr. Dossa. Do you have any final quick message for our viewers?
I would say, look within. Think about that who you are. Find your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, look inside, deep inside. The purpose is there. You are born to have a purpose in life. Nobody is born without a purpose. My purpose comes to me very late in life. I would say I have a journey to achieve in life, and the purpose is to help, to support, to bring something to the society which allows them to flourish, not only within themselves, also to all of those people who are connecting with them. That's the message I would like to leave it with you. Thank you very much.
So inspiring to talk to you, Mr.
Thank you very
Dossa.
much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Sam Dossa for you. Thank you for watching Sikh Channel Business Show. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.